My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with Crystal Edge Technology Screens and our FLEVT company. We're going to do a basic, simple setup that, again, it's not going to cost you a lot of money. None of our setups cost a lot of money, and neither do our projectors. So we don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. We don't spend a lot of money for worrying about whether, we need a projector with high contrast capabilities, because contrast may be failing or is definitely failing, or basically just all around, just everything just costing you so much money. This is why we build screens out of materials that, again, that the average person would never think of using for a home theater setup, because, again, because of our technology that we make, it makes it possible for us to be able to do that. Because, again, as I said before, our stuff is tested. We can put it against any kind of certified high-grade expensive screens. Customers who do have the deep pockets and can afford these high-grade screens don't have to spend the money. They don't want to. Take it outside. It's fully ultra short throw compatible, which means there's no special screens to buy. We don't have to spend a lot of money. So this is an old tablecloth I used a while back. I had it outside in the backyard. We used it for our backyard projection screen, so that's indoor outdoor, because the screen paint is fully weatherproof. That's something you don't have to worry about. And we're going to do a nice little easy setup, and we're done. And I got to cut bread out of my diet now, because bread has been wreaking havoc on me. All right, so I'm going to go over here. So the surface we had outside. Now, this is not the acoustic surface. The acoustic surface is spandex. I could ball that thing up. I don't have to worry about any wrinkles or creases. This, unfortunately, is going to have some wrinkles and creases in it, because, again, it's not the surface. This is the test surface we're using at the time to take our products outside. So we're just going to staple this in. Right? Let's see. We need to remove these. I already did remove them. Alright, I'm going to remove those too. Just get that out of the way. Put these over here so I'll know how to track them down again. Let's see. There we go. And staples. That's the reason why I bought the staples. Let me see. Where is my staples? Oh, over there. You can see I prepare for nothing. There we go. Okay, that'd be nice. There we go. We're good to go. Put that in there. All right, cool. Got that in there, stapled on, ready to go. Sorry about that, people. go again with that staple gun. Let me go all the way through. Try her again. Right here. Come on now. Be nice. Oh. All right, let me see. Check. Well, that's good. Don't look for anything extravagant. Well, knowing me, it has to be straight because it'll drive me crazy if it's not straight. It'll drive me crazy. Most people, it's gotta be straight. It's gotta be straight. All right, let's see. Go. There we go. Perfect. All right, that's it for that. Took some sound up. Let me see. I swear, I gotta start wrapping things up and correctly, because for me, this is how I treat my cables. I just take them and I just ball them up, throw them in corners. I never basically tidy anything up. Let me see. Whew, man, I'll tell you. Why? Oh, you have to do this. We're not using this. We don't need that. Yep. Okay, this is all hooked up. Soundboard's running. And we're going to use our Sony projector. Woo! Woo! I wonder what our temperature is today. Because I wanted to get out today. Last couple of days, we had a really bad storm come through here. Almost about 3 days of rain, solid straight rain. All right, where's my little projector at? Here's my little faithful. Hook her up. We're going to use our 720p 600 by 800 projector. Nothing expensive. The big boys are not necessary. I wish I'm looking for this projector in a 16:9, which would be fantastic because it's small, it's portable. I like the portable small projectors. Put our tools up so we don't lose stuff. That's why I sat here and spent that time in the video organizing the entire setup so we didn't have to go through the craziness of trying to figure out where stuff is at. all done. Let's see. The port's in there. I think that's good, right? We're good. We're good. All right, cool. Let's see. Power on. I'm thinking last night I'm having problems. Like, what the freak? Like, chest pains. I know it ain't a heart attack. I work out every day, so it ain't chest pains. It can't be that. I mean, I found out that the bread I was eating triggered off a heartburn, so I don't eat that no more. That didn't go well. Let me plug this in real quick. Yep. Your body will tell you, like, this ain't working. You're not using this no more. And no more of that bread. It's good. No more. Alright, let's get this plugged in. Because, man. Do what I like to do. I like to walk a lot. It's good for you. Alright, so what's this right here? First things first. Got a lot of confusion going on here. I really can't get in. Well, give me this one. Let me see this will work. This is a much smaller unit. Take this one instead. There we go. And plug in a fire stick. I had to find something for the fire stick to plug in. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a heart attack. I'm like, no, that can't be possible. So, I work out quite a bit, so make sure that I keep that part nice and healthy, because I'm 55. That's the last thing I need to be feeling. So I make sure I eat junk food. Don't get me wrong, I love junk food, but fried foods and stuff, I stay away from all that stuff. That stuff will kill you. Stuff will kill you. There we go. Beautiful image popping up. We're on our 720p projector. Nothing expensive. 600 by 800, 720p. Oh, raggedy surface. As a matter of fact, this is the surface we used outside. And then coat it over. Done. That's it. Whole setup under $300. Tablecloths will cost you far less. Far less. Probably spend like about $2, $3 for an old tablecloth. That's pretty much it. I get a brand new one. And in my projector, I'll put the marking at 100. Because again, you really don't have to spend a lot of money for a projector. I bought Christie projectors. Let's see, the LX and LW 400 for around under $100. It's the same projector we used in the demonstration where they displayed the fish through glass. Same exact projector. So, you know, our technology will pick up on it quite nicely. Now, if I was using this with a white or gray screen, this projector is useless. It's not going to work because, again, you're going to run across contrast. Look, unless you want to avoid, well, color's going to have an issue too on top of that. So you have to avoid any lighting in the environment. You have to avoid all contrast to begin with, which you know is virtually impossible. And you're going to calibrate the crap out of your machine because you're going to have to. You don't have a choice. And you're still going to come up 50%. That's what you're going to come up. You just can't read. Now, as for the certified screens, yes, I can put up there and say our stuff is actually more advanced than $5,000, $7,000, $6,000 projection screens. Why? Because I have those sample sheets over here. That's why. Can't make those statements unless you actually have the physical screen there to show why your product's better. Other than that, it's just talk. YouTube. Sure, my which one comes on too. Hit that button twice. I don't know why that thing didn't come on. You're going to see a lot of Birds TV, Cat TV. This is Taco's Fire Stick. This is why you see all this stuff. Let me watch. There's a lot of this stuff. And then we do the spandex material, and we do the surface for the front and rear projection screens. You won't have any wrinkles at all because that's something designed to pull all that out of there. But as for this right here, this tablecloth, yeah, again, it's tablecloth. So you can see how beautiful the colors look. We're not running this on my Sony because I have my Sony full 1080p projector here at 4,000 lumens. Got that right there. That's the 4,000 lumen 720p projector. We're over here using our Sony projector. That's it. 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. That's what we're running right now. That's the image we're picking up. As a matter of fact, tell you the gunmetal technology we developed, that's all we used. We didn't swap over to any of the big boy projectors. We just used this projector only for the gunmetal demonstration of that technology. And that's how beautiful the image pops up. Now, if I take a white surface and stick it up there, if I take it certified and stick it up there, that screen's going to be far better. Alright, let's get, let me see, hold on for a minute, looking for the Fire Stick. See where I put that at. Oh, let's put in a OLED demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
What did they give me? All that demonstration? Really? OLED demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, for those of you wondering why we're in 4.3, because that's what it does. The projector only does 4.3. Wait a minute, before we start that, again, doing the remote controllers, I swear, I'll have to get myself a holster for my remote controllers. I lose them that fast. Let's take that white sheet of paper, put it up there. This is the way usually most people end up with the white screen anyway, because they're fooled into thinking, I myself went through the same thing. They're fooled into thinking that their projector, oh come on, really, seriously? No, go back, thank you. What you doing? OLED demonstrations. Where's the reads?
Getting that from YouTube.
So we do something that does the complete opposite of everything I want to do. There we go. Actually, much better. We got a much more better selection up here. But yeah, people are fooled in believing that because they buy a projector with a bunch of expensive perks, that this right here is going to be able to transfer onto your screen. It's not. Your screen can't read it. So it's to make a difference what you buy. You go buy Pico, portable, venue, ultra short throw. Does it make a difference what kind of lumens you get on your projector? If it's 4K, 8K, doesn't make a difference. Can't see it. If you look at the promo demonstration on my YouTube channel, where the church talks about the 7,000 lumen projector they used to try to get the screen to fire up, it wouldn't read. We came in there, we got the screen to read. So, you're spending all this money And I've seen people go out and buy another projector because they figure, hey, something must be wrong with my projector. If I get a better one, this will fix it. No, it's not going to fix it. You're just wasting money. Keep going back to the store, and they keep just giving you half a projector every single time. So this simple setup for this whole projector, tablecloth, and our coating is why we can get an image look that beautiful. We can coat it on anything we want. You can coat anything you want. And by the way, that's the Alpha Black. Alpha Cinemax Black. Same thing we got painted to the cardboard over here. So this summer you'll be outside. If you already don't live in the warm weather already, and you're already out there already, and you're probably going to be using a white screen. And you're not going to see anything. Even at nighttime, even in the dark, we've done these demonstrations over and over again. And if you're outside in the dark, your screen still can't read. Now, our application can be sprayed on or rolled on. It's up to you and how you want to apply it. This one was actually sprayed on. And as you saw in the roll-on demonstration, it's extremely easy. Spray on application, extremely easy. There's no instructions because there's no instructions needed. Your kids could literally paint this in for you. I don't know about the paint sprayer though, but roll on, yeah, no problem. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, as I said yesterday, I was talking about my desk here made out of complete cardboard we have over here. Is that when you look at gray products, when you look at even the certifieds, they're only married to one surface. Not one surface, but they're married to one environment. You can't use that in different environments because it's not going to work. Now, the certifieds, yeah, they probably can operate for the environments they're operating here with no problem whatsoever. I've never had a certified screen here ever have a problem, or any area I've worked at where it's extremely well lit. I've never had a certified screen have problems in there because they have a tremendously high gain. Gray screens and white screens, on the other hand, yes, I've had difficulty times trying to show you, well, not trying to show you, but explaining it in demonstrations where we were on site. I took a gray and white screen, it wouldn't read. Anywhere in the hallway, nowhere in that building we could get the gray and white screen to read at all, period. My table I have over here, where I tell you that you're stuck with, what do you call, you're stuck with, let's see, uncharted possibilities, a better way of putting it. And the reason why is because a gray screen is going to require for you to be in a dark environment, because it can't be used in fully lit environments. I know used to make this stuff. They're not going to read the contrast and colors like you want. You're still going to spend the money for expensive projector to fix those problems. and still after spending all this money for this projector, it'll be in a dark environment. Now, for those of you who disagree with me about that, send me a YouTube video of a gray screen pulling up in an environment like ours. This is why we have 5,000 challenges on our videos. We got the 1100 lumen challenge, or these different challenges out there to have people prove us wrong on that, and we don't get anything back because they can't work that way. I know I used to make this stuff. I was contracted to make that stuff, so I know from the door what a gray screen can do. So you have certain areas you could be at with that screen and certain areas you can't. Will you be designing tabletop projection screen setups and ceiling displays? No, you will not be doing that with that setup at all, period, because it won't work. Show you, for instance, here. This is my office setup. For those who haven't seen it, this is all made out of cardboard. This is all cardboard. That's all cardboard. I'm running my Pico projector right now. I'm doing some work right here, updating the website. It's all cardboard. So I can basically pull an image off my screen that's made out of cardboard using a 50 lumen projector, 720p. I have it set up in vertical mode because that's what I like to work in, vertical. And I can pick up the white levels, color, text, contrast, everything all in one hit. Now, if I was using it on a gray screen or white screen, I would have a difficult time doing that because I can't see the contrast levels. My website's black. So I won't be reading any of that whatsoever. And if I'm watching any movies, I got my Netflix account hooked up to this, my Hulu account. I really can't enjoy my movies because, again, I would have to be in the dark. And this is a desk, as I said before. It's kind of hard for me to read paperwork if I'm stuck in a dark environment. So the environment that this desk has to be in an office setting, a well-lit setting, something that a gray and white screen won't survive in. Therefore, I can't use it. That's why I told you, you have limitations. There you go. That's a better way of putting it. And you can see right there. They're United States Postal Service shipping boxes. Just want to show you that. Because every time we show this off, people said, nah, that's just pieces of wood all put together. No, that's all cardboard. So in order for me to use that in the environment that I'm in, it has to be black technology, or it could be gunmetal. It has to be something extremely dark. And I have to be to pick up my white levels. I need to read my contrast. So again, the gray screen wouldn't serve me any better in here. All right, we got our star field here. Let's come over here and let's grab gray surface right there. Sorry about that. And let's go get a star field. Let's grab this one right here. So as you can see, in this environment, a gray and white screen is absolutely useless. Even on my tablecloth, it's absolutely completely useless. Now my tablecloth can pull up in here, pull star field, can pull color and contrast and all those goodies needed in the day for me to use my projector properly the way that I want to. And what most people will do to fix the problem is they'll go out and they'll spend the money for a more expensive projector just to still be stuck in the dark. Now, how would we fix this problem? Two ways. You're going to dig in your pocket, spend more money for a projector with a higher contrast, or you're going to change your environment and make it darker. There's only two ways you can fix it. There's another way you can fix it, our technology. And this would cost you less, which means the expensive projector you just paid for, you didn't really have to pay for. You could have used the 720p projector we have over here. You could have spent it for a projector under $200. It'll save some money. AK Desired Nature. AK.
Getting that from YouTube.
I literally have to say it that way. Doesn't read any other way. Now, the misconception of individuals using the term that black technology is unreadable, well, that was possible. The church in my demo demonstration, it wouldn't have read at all. And as you can see, they were so happy by it, they gave me a testimony on how amazing our technology, including our customer demonstrations, tons of demonstrations that we have behind that, just about everything else we do. So, no, our technology can read white light. Unlike I've seen other screens I've tested, they don't read white light all that well. So where is that one at? Oh, they spelled it like the assault weapon. 8K desired nature videos, 8K.
Getting that from YouTube.
See if that fixes the problem. It's getting harder and harder to track down that demonstration, I swear. Here we go, found it. Oh, we'll switch over to one with the black makeup on soon, but I want to show you that you can't read your color, and you definitely can't read contrast. And if you have a mixture of color and contrast, this makes it worse. This is why they like to use the LG demonstration, the Jazz demonstration, because it's very little contrast, a lot of color, it's blended, it's camouflaged quite well. But still, you can see it if they had it in a fully lit environment, and they keep it in a dark environment, mind you. But in a fully lit environment, you would see areas where the screen actually produces black, where the screen will come up gray. As you can see in this one, the gray screen's having a difficult time reading the color. That's why it's coming out washed out. And the white surface, it ain't picking up jack. Now I know those of you have white screens and say, well, I thought my white screen was fantastic. That's because you're looking at it on a standalone, by itself, with nothing to compare it to. If you put something more high performance next to it, you'll see the difference. Pause it there. I'm going to grab me a certified. Now, I mentioned in the statement, $5,000 screens. We test our products against high performance screens. So we can show at the end of the day, there's a reason why our products we consider to be more superior. This is a SL screen, Black Diamond 1.4. So actually the first screen we tested against has a nice gunmetal to it. I'm going to put that one, I'll have to have this one in the center. So we'll put that one right there. In the center. The white surface over here. There we go. And we're good to go. Let me get this projector. I'm going to go for a chair or break my neck. There we go. Now, the gunmetal surface is certified. You're not taking that outside. You're just not. It's going to stay inside your house. Tablecloth, on the other hand, can go outside. As a matter of fact, it's been outside. It's technology that is fully weatherproof. Ultra short though projectors, again, not only certified, they have their own special ultra short though screens that are compatible to do both. Then yeah, rather than that, no. Oh shoot, let me get something from there. What am I doing? White screens outside, and we see so many of them, they don't function all that well, period. And the gray screen, same scenario. So let's pick up a contrast level. Because the purpose of the gunmetal technology is you have the ability to pick up outstanding contrast levels. So you can see the shade of gray for contrast for these screens. The gunmetal is picking up better than the gray and the white screen. Gray screen picks up a little better than the white screen. Our technology picks up better than all of them. At a 100% infinity contrast level. The infinity 1 means you have an endless contrast. You don't have a rating. So we don't have to do a 2,000 to 1, 10,000 to 1, 2 million to 1. No, it's infinity. Which means whatever projector you get at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference if the projector has a 100 to 1 contrast. It really doesn't make a difference. You will always have an infinity contrast level. Where the other screens, you're going to have to spend the money for a projector with a high enough contrast in order to fix your problem. And you still can't generate in a fully lit environment. And for those who say you can, I've checked out the P2. I've been through all the demonstrations, not with one individual. A lot of people own that machine. Even on the forum sites with the JVCs that have insanely amount of contrast levels, they all function in ambient controlled environments for all that power. That's why when I show a demonstration of one of my customers outside displaying this screen, the first thing that pops up is, where do we buy? Because it's unheard of for a projector to run outside and to produce an image that clean without washing out or fading. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I go to these forum sites. I love it when I hear people talk about their colors. They talk about colors a lot. Colors, 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 colors. They do not like to talk about black levels. They really don't. They try to skip around that as if they don't need it. And contrast is in everything you watch. But they try to skip around that. Because at the end of the day, they know they're not reading 100%. Even with the projector they got, they fooled in believing they're seeing contrast, but they're not, because once you turn the lights on, reality kicks in. Now, these screens would perform a lot better. They won't pick up 100%, but they're a lot better if we were in a much darker environment. The certified screen is going to pick up, as you can see, better than the rest of them, because again, it's a gunmetal technology. If it doesn't read 100% black, it reads a heck of a lot better than that gray screen and a heck of a lot better than the white screen. But next to our technology, we pick up better because we have a black screen. So when you have people telling you saving you hundreds, you're not saving hundreds, you're going to spend hundreds to fix your problem. I spend under $300. Let's see where we go with colors. See if any one of these screens can make my screen unwatchable. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
I told you have to have contrast to read color. It's very important. People get it mixed up. They think that a bright white surface, the brighter the surface, the brighter the color. But no, it's the opposite. You got it mixed up. That's why the certified screens are so expensive. If you look at the certified screens collection, elite screens collection, they have white screens, gray screens, mid grays, and gunmetal, dark technology. Which one is the most expensive? Dark Star 9, the most expensive screen they have, the $3,000 screen. The rest of the screens are cheaper. So if it's the lighter your screen, the better the color. How come the Dark Star 9 is far more expensive? How come any of the gunmetal technology is far more expensive? And they all make gray and white screens. That's because true color comes from dark, not from white. If you listen to the guy in OLED, he said it crystal clear to you. A lot of people went over your head. Some people caught it. He said, in the black, you see true color. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
So, my $2 tablecloth, coated with our technology, that runs about, for a screen size of 127 inches, around $210. The certified in the middle costs $5,000 for a 100 inch. Ours do 127 inches. The gray screen, again, which is so iffy, it's not even funny because, again, you still don't know if you actually have an actual physical gray screen. How do you know this? How do you know you have a physical actual gray screen? Because it's gray. So how do you know that it's an actual physical gray screen? What I mean by that, how do you know your stuff is not house paint from Home Depot or Lowe's? How would you know that? Our customers know our stuff is tested. We can take our stuff and put it against black paint, black fabric. We know already from the door. How do you know? You don't at all. So you pretty much could have just spent $60, $100, $120, or even more for a product of great paint that you could have just slid off a store shelf. Did the same thing. So you don't even know that. You don't know what you have on your wall. Got a little one for you. Go over to Home Depot, buy yourself some gray samples, lay it against your wall. I bet you it'll match. That's why I said that. The gray screen is such an iffy, wow. It's such an iffy territory. You really have to make sure your stuff is tested. The white screen, well, that ain't picking up for jack. The benefits of the white screen is the fact that the white screen can be upgraded. Well, any of these screens can be upgraded, but if I'm going to spend the money to paint over a screen, it's going to be white. It's cheap. If you go out and you buy like a cheap screen, they're going to charge you more for the gray. They're always going to charge you more for the gray. So why am I going to buy an extra 50, 60 bucks tacked on to my screen because it's gray? If I'm going to paint over it anyway, I just go buy the white screen. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
A little bit better. That white surface. Oh, no. Purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Get our colors in there. I like to show you the solid colors because it's very important for you to see in demonstrations. Because you need to know exactly what your projector is actually reading. Are you physically seeing the color purple or blue or green? Because this is going to affect everything you watch. Coca-Cola OLED.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, no. Try my Old Spice. You can use it on your pits, chest, and even your toes.
Let it clean that up. Alright, let's go back to this for just a minute. Are we going to skip this part in the video and move? I've seen people do some demonstrations. Sections that will come up in solid black, they will skip that whole section and move on to an area where they'll have a better chance of picking up. Can't skip that. That's the whole video. You got to show everything. So this intro right here is virtually impossible to pull up on a screen that can't read an infinity black level. But we've seen people skip it and go on to something else, like the demonstration for the Skyworth demonstration of the woman making the food in her kitchen. They'll skip that entire front intro, the countdown where it says food, because they know they can't read it. Look at the gray screen. Look at the gray screen. Let's go back over here. Here we go. You see how the contrast levels, the darker shades of, well, the certified screen, the diamond, is going to see a much better shade. It's not 100% black, but it does pick up better than the gray screen. See that difference right there? See, the white screen's not registering anything, but you see that difference? This is why I tell you at the end of the day that when you have a gray screen and you're trying to compare yourself to a certified screen, take it to someone who knows certified. I've tested tons of them. I know my business at the end of the day. You cannot take one of those screens on. Even the darker products, I've tested those too. As a matter of fact, I tested that darker Frankenstein mix against a Dark Star 9 and it failed miserably. Know why? Because Dark Star 9 is much darker. Picked up a much better contrast level and the white levels were immaculate. Where the white levels on the more of a darker mix had an issue picking up white light. It failed. Because it's black and white paint, that's why. There's nothing special about it. So I couldn't read it. So the darker mixes are the worst. Because again, it's just black and white paint. They don't know what they're doing. There's nothing around. That's why you don't see any white level tests, no demonstrations on it, nothing against, you don't see anything at all. Another thing I have to point out, if someone is calling the screen gunmetal, before they can actually have the right to be called gunmetal, you literally have to go against certified gunmetal. Not one surface, multiple surfaces. And mind you have to do this in ultra short throw, in different forms of projectors, it's different environments. You're going to have to show that you're gunmetal worthy. Because if you walk into a room where they have these gunmetal screens on display, people are showing them off, they're talking about their setups and everything, and you come in there with the paint, even worse, against a physical screen, which is gunmetal, they're going to say, well, how is your product equal to mine? I got a $3,000 screen, $5,000 screen sitting over there. You're going to tell me that what you have in that container is the same as my screen or better? Yeah, you're going to have to prove that. And if you have any proof, then you're just another person just coming there talking trash to them. You're just going to dismiss you. That's what's going to happen. I can go in there with the Imperial. We have certified screens here. I have testing I've done on certified screens 7-8 years back, even farther back than that. 2016, we tested that surface right there. So it's nothing new. The 1.4 black diamond, we tested that, 8 years ago. 2016, I remember, 2016, yeah, we tested that surface against a D5K. This is not a D5K. It's not a gunmetal technology. It's a solid black screen. All right, put some bright levels in there. See if they can turn this unwatchable. Snow Cottage, 4K screensaver. Try her again. Snow Cottage, 4K screensaver. Okay, what is going on with her today? Snow Cottage.
Getting that from YouTube.
Did you just see that? She denied request twice. And then when I changed it to something else, getting it from YouTube. Okay. That's why I have a thing about artificial intelligence. I would never have that stuff wired throughout my entire place. I couldn't imagine the nightmare behind it. So there we are. We're showing our white levels. We're on a 1000 projector. We have a white surface, gray surface, certified surface, all against our technology. And as you can see, none of them can turn our screen unwatchable. Not even the gray screen. And my screen is far darker. So that shows you basically the technology we have called a heightener, which has the ability that anything we drop it into, may it be dark, has the ability to give it the capability to read white levels, even paints that are colored. That's where the exotics came from. So our screen can read an amazing white level. We pick up beautiful colors. And we can read an infinity contrast level and pull up in fully lit environments. Let's go with, let me see, 4K snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go bring up the big doggy.
And I would take you guys swimming, but we don't have our swimsuits.
Save on top brand swimwear at Sierra.
I also have concerns about the hygiene level of the pool.
Itch.
Now, same thing you just watched me do here. I won't have that surface with us because we don't need that. And we don't need the gray screen. That's what we would need, the white screen. Because, again, the places I'll be going to this summer will have tons of white screens throughout the entire environment, especially some of the office settings we're going to be at during our demonstrations. So this would be the only screen we would need. If it comes up on a gray screen, oh, we got it hands down. We're good. If it comes up on a certified, we got that too. So we're covered. We're good. If we have to use it in a fully lit environment, not a problem. Ultra short though, not a problem. And if we have to take it outside in the parking lot, not a problem. Because we tested our stuff to make sure that we're able to take on anything that comes our way. What I noticed about the smarter Surface, I wonder if they were testing against my stuff. I'm curious. Or testing against other black screens. Because it's kind of like when I look at them, I was talking to a friend of mine, he was looking at the video, he said, you know, it's funny how that comes up different on a black surface. But when you put up on a white surface, it comes up horrible. It's almost like they made a black product, but they were only testing against other black surfaces because they figured that's what they're going to be in competition with. But I can't figure out why you wouldn't test against a white surface, because that's what you're going to run into the most. Unless you're worried about contrast confliction issues where someone's going to be having a black technology, they might be better than yours, or competition. But yeah, you should have definitely did the white levels first of all things. Because that's the one screen you're going to have to show off that you can take and show a big difference. Oh, let's get this beautiful little sunset setting
I
back
have
here.
moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Sky Rizzy. Things are looking up. I've got symptom relief.
Sorry, people. That's why I explained that anytime you do demonstrations, anytime, you see people doing demonstrations in these poorly lit environments, projectors kissing the screen, Christmas lights splashed behind the back of the screen, and the screen's on a standalone. Out of 100, I say roughly 99%, that's a bad sign. That means the screen can't show you a comparison. Every time we show a screen, we're always going to pop up a gray screen, we're always going to pop up a certified, we're always going to pop up a white screen, because you have to be to see the comparison. Better you see the comparison on our end than you find out for yourself and you do a comparison like, oh shoot, what the freak, this stuff matched. You don't want that feeling at the end of the day. Now look at this. I want you to look at the color difference. That's my screen versus their screens. That shows you how higher white levels pick up. And the white surface, as I told you before, those you have white screens, that's what you see. That's what you're really picking up. Got this kind of deception going on. It's like, I told you, it's like the same scenario with the 4K compressed projectors. They claim to be 4K, but they're not. They trick you into believing you're seeing 4K. You're not seeing 4K at all, period. You'll find out. You get yourself a 4K receiver, you'll find out if you're reading 4K or not, because you won't be able to pick the audio up. But anyway, as I said before, you're being fooled. You're really just not seeing anything. Now, if you take that certified screen, you stick it against your screen, you're going to see a massive difference. Even if you take the gray screen and you stick it against the white screen, you're still going to see a difference. So you're really not picking up what you think you're picking up. Now, one thing the gray screen does say that is truthful, it is better than the white screen. Yeah, gray screen is better than the white screen. It is. But that's as far as it goes. I mean, you're still kind of like a upgrade version of a white screen. That's what you are. You can't be in gunmetal territory. It's virtually impossible. You can't be in there at all, period. And if you can't be in gunmetal technology, and we can, you can't be in black technology either. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
So as you see in my demonstrations, I show white levels, I show contrast, I show solid colors, I show everything, because this is what you're supposed to see. Not videos cut and set up just to make the screen look good. Not dark environments to try to cover up the blemishes of what the screen's going to produce. And not high-powered, expensive projectors to fool you into thinking that the screen's doing all the work. Because the word for it is bamboozle, because that's what they're doing to you. Don't get me wrong, not only gray screens do this, certifieds do it too. They have set up some of their environments, which I find kind of strange because they can operate in well-lit environments because they have tremendously high gains. That I don't understand. Why have a certified screen in an ambient light controlled environment? I don't know. It may be because, I don't know. I really don't understand. I don't, because I've tested them. I don't know why they stick in ambient light controlled environments. They really don't need to be in there. They're going to pick up a much better, darker shade of gray than any other screen, not ours, but any other screen besides white and gray, with no problem. And they're really not going to lose much picture quality because the screen, like I said, has an extremely good gain on it. It operates on our projectors over here without spending the money for expensive machines. So why? I don't know why. But anyway, but the problem is with them is they're expensive. That's why people go near the gray screens, because that costs way too much money. And this is better than that. But the problem is this right here is outdated. This screen's been around 10 years or so. You can only do so much with it. That's it. And that's why, if you notice, that the individual who shows off his customers, every single one of them sit in the same dark environment as him because you can't turn the lights on with that screen. One of the tricks you got to be careful about when it comes to the gray screen is that they will use bright colors in their demonstrations when showing in some kind of lit environment, because the colors will fade less. Now at our end, people use certified gunmetal screens and blacker, darker screens. We can see the screen fading. Other people, sometimes the data can't see the fading of the screen. But one thing you will never see in a fully lit environment with the gray screen is you will never see 100% contrast display in a fully lit environment. You'll figure that out for yourself when you get it. And it won't work. And then when you contact them, they're going to say, I never said my stuff was ambient light projection. And in order to optimize your viewing pleasure, you're going to have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. AKA, you'll be sitting in the dark. That's what it comes down to. Now you go pick yourself up a certified screen, like a diamond, or one of the high grade screens we have in here, and you stick that against your gray screen and see what happens. And you'll realize exactly how old and outdated your product is, or your screen's going to be. That's how you find out. Go get it certified. Go pick one of those up. Stick it against your gray screen and see what happens. That's why that screen costs $5,000. So if they sit there and say, well, our product's going to save you hundreds, save you thousands, we're more advanced than gun. No, you're not. Not by far. No. Not even close. And our technology is more advanced than all of them. Yeah, big difference. That's a black diamond. That's a gray screen. Now we can do a standalone. Now, like I said, the diamond, we're never going to bump it to. Yeah, we're probably never. When I bump into one of those, keep your mama shaking real quick. She paused. I have other diamond screens here. I do. I got the pure gray right here. Told you to make lighter screens. That's the pure gray right there. This right here is the slate. Right here. There's a slate. Why don't I test these screens? It's pointless. They would not match up to our technology. The darkest one we have is that one. That's the only one pretty much that will work. But it's actually pointless. None of this stuff would match anything we have here. Like none of it. Yeah, I have quite a bit of collection of diamond technology here. I don't use those because we can't use them. Because the problem is, the fact we're going to have is that the screens are not going to read next to an infinity black technology. But I'll show you. Pair of scissors here. I stop putting my scissors back in areas where I can't find them. The surface is a little bit more flexible. There's one. This is the pure gray. Okay, let me put the pure gray here instead. It doesn't have much of that reflective surface. Yeah. For me, I don't consider that to be a challenge for me. And that's why you never saw me use them in demonstrations, because I don't consider it to be a challenge. Because I know our screen is much darker. It's going to be able to read much better. So it's no point in having them there, because again, it's not dark enough to go against the screen. Some people look at that and they use the screen like that because for them it's an easy screen that they can take over. For me, it's not considered to be something that we count. We count the darker ones only. Even though this one is not that dark, but still, we just rather use this one than those because they're too light. And those are all diamond technology right there. Go fast. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
As you notice, the one in the center is going to be much better because again, it's much darker. Slow color changer.
Getting that from YouTube.
Slow color changer.
Getting that from YouTube.
Zyrtec algae relief works fast and lasts a full 24 hours, so you can seize the day.
This is why I explain on camera, I can't say it crystal clear enough, that we've done mountains of certified screens. That the technology that we engineer over here is much more advanced. That's why I told you that I have people that have other clientels lined up for our technology that said we can easily get 20 times the amount of what we pay, what we actually offer. So much more money for our technology. Because that technology we have in that container can take on certifies. This is why I can walk into any certified forum and talk about a screen paint being able to dominate a certified screen. So that means my customers, at the end of the day, you know what screens they have sitting painted on their walls and screens? They have a technology that is literally more advanced than any certified screen, because we've tested just about all of them, and the rest of them won't touch us with a 10-foot pole. I wonder why. Now, like I said, the technology we have here, and the reason why I like to do certified is because, number one, it's a screen that has tremendously a ton of weight attached to it, but only that, it's a worthy opponent, because it's a good technology. That's why. These are extremely good screens. They do exactly what they're designed to do. I would never come on camera and say they don't work. They do work 100%. It's just that we have a more superior technology. So my customers you see in those demonstrations, their screens that they have are more superior than people who have your $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 screens. That 250-inch that was sitting in my backyard, that screen can take out 17 certifieds by itself easily. At 250. Look at the size of that monster. Guess how much that cost my customers at the end of the day? $368. Compared to a 100-inch screen, it's going to cost you $5,000. How much do you think a 250 is going to cost you in that technology? And then we give you the ability to coat that technology on anything you want. That means my desk I have over here made out of cardboard is more advanced than a certified physical screen. Think about that. Especially when I go into rooms where people have these screens and they own them. I have to think about that. The desk I work on is more advanced than your screen. This is a tablecloth. Cheap, old, beat-up tablecloth. Coated with the technology. This is why I told you that the people who make those white projection screens, why they want to offer me all this money, because they want my formula on their screens. Because that means their prices are going to jump dramatically. They're going to make a lot more money. Now, we're not using an expensive projector. We're not using anything high-end or 4K. Basic 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. That's all we're using in our tablecloth. This is why if you look at people who make screen paint products, this is why they're threatened by our technology. Because they know there are things that we can do with our technology. We can't do that. And again, can't put this any fit any better than anything else. This is God's technology. Anything that God blesses you to have, it's going to be way beyond anyone else's. When I tell you that there's no screen out there that can take this stuff on, I'm not playing with you. We never showed off those surfaces, never. The reason why is because, again, when I got them here, I said, can't use this because it's not going to, the screen's going to take it on with no problem. We need something that's going to give the screen a challenge. So we chose the dark one in the middle, the 1.4. That would work much better. That's actually darker than the zero edge I have over there, and the large surface I have over there is darker than that. Let's go grab our, let me see, have this here. And this is the reason why I told you before that the big companies don't want to see us at a show. Can you imagine if one of these screens pop up at a show? What happens? I mean, this technology has the ability to take on any screen on that showroom floor. That's the reality of our technology. This is why people fought so hard to try to make it seem like the screens didn't work. Oh, they're unwatchable, they're this, that, and the other. Yeah, this is going to come up in April. It's going to be lawsuits coming. This is lawsuit month. And we're suing people over this for making those statements. Any one of these companies, anybody, I don't care who you are. If you want to make a statement about my product, I don't care if you're a big company, I don't care if you're a small company, you make a statement that's not true, we'll see you in court and you're going to have to back it up. Because I could do that in the courtroom with no problem. Our technology is beyond everybody else's. Mind you, this is right here is our screen paint under the Alpha Cinemax Black. And this technology is an all-in-one screen paint, which means you can use projector mapping applications off of it. Again, ultra short though compatible, you can take it outside. And when we have other people at the end of the day saying, oh, we're the same, no, you're not the same as us, please stop saying that. We're not the same. Let's go with 4K Snow Cottage.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see if the certifiers can turn my screen unwatchable. No. If a white sheet of paper can't do it on a 1,000 lumen projector, these are not white screens. So I guess the 10,000 videos that I did, at the end of the day, they all must have been fake, not real. And I guess all my customers must be fake, and all the demonstrations we do on site must be fake. Heck, I must have mind-controlling capabilities. If that's the case, and I had those kind of superpowers, I wouldn't be doing this. No, our technology works. It's just that when you see people react in the way that they do, it's fear. That's what it comes down to. This is why we either go through, we get a runaround on why they don't have the service we're trying to get from them. We go through that. I go through runarounds all the time. I have to use my 2 other names, which are mine, on my birth certificate. They are my name. I have to use that because, again, if they know me by Kenneth Bird, I can't get the items because they knew who I am. All that stuff I got to go through. But everybody else wouldn't have that problem. You know why? Because they wouldn't consider you to be a threat. That's why. You don't have that problem. We do. Matter of fact, there's one screen I wanted to try out, and we can't go near it because they don't even allow us to get out. It used to be to call them. We can't call them anymore. The Dark Star 9 used to be to go right to the leak screens and pick it right up off the site. You can't do it anymore. So there's my white levels right there. Let's go get where's our snow doggy at? Some more white levels. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
So one day, if you go to my site and you look at it and go, wait, where's the marketplace? It's gone. That's because somebody else has the technology now. Or we decided to basically let somebody else sell it, and we're doing manufacturing and research and development, which means we don't price it anymore. They'll price it, and you know what's going to happen then. That means that $210 product that can take on a $5,000, $6,000 screen is going to jump through the roof because they know they can get the money for it and they can come and do the demonstration I just did a few minutes ago. Because this is what you're going to have to do when you go to any one of these distributors that may want to market and sell your product. You're going to have to show why your product is worth that money. But until then, since my technology costs what it costs now, we even the play. In fact, we don't even the play field. We kind of upset it. Like I said, the diamond technology, good technology. All the gunmetal we test is good technology. We just more superior technology. New York City, nighttime. Jazz.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's why the infinity contrast level is extremely important. Now I see screens that are not exact, they're black, but they're a little lighter. The reason why is because they're hoping to pull the contrast levels and the white levels. So they try to make their product a little bit lighter black. That's what they try to do. Problem is that you still miss on the Infinity One because we can overpower the screen because our screens are super black and they read an extremely high white level. So if you try to do it that way, you're going to fail miserably. You're going to have an actual black screen to read white light. And as you saw by smarter surfaces, yeah, it's not as easy as it sounds, is it? It's not. But our technology, like I said before, is engineered by God. That technology you're seeing right there, it took us 20 minutes. 20 minutes to make that product. All our products, 20 minutes or less. And the minute that product is already processed in my head by God, it has the ability to be ultra short compatible. It has the ability to take out any certified screen we laid against. It can be used in fully lit environments. It can do anything that we're blessed to have it done from the door. And the only reason why we show you the test demonstrations is to show you that it already works already. That stuff is already designed to work. The minute it pops in my head, it's already designed to work. We just show you the demonstrations to show to you at the end of the day that, yeah, this is what it does, because you have to back up everything you say. Now, people that are blessed by God, they'll tell you, oh yeah, that's definitely going to work, because they're believers. But non-believers are not going to believe that at the end of the day. Yeah, right, that's not going to happen, so and so and so. So we have to represent and show you. All the technology we engineered is designed to take out certifies. Every single bit of it. I can go all the way back to 8s, and go to 7s, go farther back than that. D4K, D5K, I can go back farther than that. It's all designed to do it. The only ones that can't do it, not saying all of it, is the gray products. The gray products can't. They don't have that capability. Because again, if it wasn't for that screen right there in the middle, we'd still be making gray paint right now. That's what changed the game for us. That's why I say you can spend your time hating on something and learn nothing in life and end up in the back of the pack. Or you could basically respect the technology and learn from it and maybe come up with something better. And that's what I saw when I first saw Diamond's technology. I saw more advanced, better technology than ours. It was able to take out all our screens, because the minute I walked out of that store and I had the sample sheet in my pocket, I'm thinking, well, we could take this with no problem. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that
But I
from
was
YouTube.
wrong. Couldn't take that screen. That screen even produced better than some of the darker mixes I was working with. Well, no, D5K, D4K, nothing in that field. No, a little bit darker than what we had. Say like a charcoal gray. More like. So upon seeing that, that's when I realized that I'm going to have to change directions and develop a product that's going to be equal to that product. But the thing about it is, when I saw the black diamond for the first time, I'm thinking the screen's black because in all the demonstrations it looked like a black screen. Remember, I never saw anything darker than that color. Never. Because remember, it was all gray paints at the time. So when I finally got it there, came out of the store, I talked to my buddy, I said, what's it like? He said, man, it's like looking at a little TV in your hand. This thing's amazing. So I'm thinking that, well, I got to check this out. So I get a sample sheet on my birthday. I take it home. I was so anxious, my food went cold because I had food already bought before I got in the door. I didn't even touch it. I started setting everything up. and it took out every single screen that I had. And that's when I realized right there that I have to change my technology. But if I continue down this road of making gray paints, I could have sat there and hated on this screen, as some people wasted their time, and they're so far behind it's not even funny. You can't catch up. You're just too far behind. And the other half who just made it in, you don't have enough knowledge to reach back as far as we come from. So you're still too far behind to reach us. But I could have spent that time hating on this product right here. Could have spent that time hating on it, but I didn't. I actually respected it. I was like, wow, that's freaking amazing. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can make a product equal to that product. And this is where I got rid of all the gray paints and stuff and started the company under the digital 4K Crystal Onyx. Digital and crystal screen paint was on its way out because we were going to start developing a new form of darker technology. And this is when I started dabbling with the D4K, D5K, and D6K. And that's where one day I came out of the room and said, I got it. Which means we had a screen that was extremely close to diamond technology. As a matter of fact, it was. And this is why I received the email from them telling us that the product had potential and that they were interested in discussing the conversation a little bit further. That's the email I show you. By seeing diamond, thinking it was black, now I had it in my head that I want a black screen too. I want a black screen because theirs is actually gunmetal. It's a darker gray screen. But I want a black. I had my heart set on a black screen. I've seen a black screen. But now I want one. And guess what the Lord did? The Lord blessed us with a black screen. And now this is what we have. "4K Snow Screensaver."
Getting that from YouTube.
You can see our white levels. Starfield Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
And we're going to read 100% contrast. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
From the faucet.
Nope, not commercial red screen. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Read color. This is why when we have people make those fake products, fake black paints, outdated gray paints, and they want to sit back and say, oh, we have the same thing. No, you don't. When you say you can make my product, no, you can't. You're just basically just desperate. That's a cry for being desperate. That's what it is. That's what it is. We gave you the opportunity already. If I gave you the opportunity to try to make it and you fail, anything after that's just a desperate cry. That's what it is. Now you can. That's why no one buys your stuff. Someone buys our stuff because our stuff backs itself up. And again, like I said, if I get on camera and I say that we can take out a certified screen with ease, we're not joking when we say that. If I say I can display at 250, 180, 150, dual 150 inches. By the way, that's not a 300-inch screen just because they're 150, 150. It's actually a 198-inch at a kind of a 235.1. I measured it. We can say that. If I tell you my screens can eat direct sunlight, we can say that because we have a technology that does that. We can say we're experts in rear projection technology because we are. We go back 10 years back showing us developing that technology. Hologram technology, projector mapping technology, you name it, we've done it. So that is the advancement of our technology on a basic tablecloth. Sorry about that, basic tablecloth. Showing you versus certified screens. 720p projectors and cost my customers a lot of money. Did this off a $2 tablecloth, and we're able to produce images this gorgeous and show you at the end of the day where I save my customers not hundreds but thousands of dollars. As a matter of fact, the people that we're going to do the screen for the smoke lounge, we're going to spend $3,000 or more for their projectors. It cost them $400 and they got 2 projectors out of it, and we're able to push fish right through glass. So you can't save people money if you can't save money yourself. If my customers were to come in and buy this setup, $210 for 24 ounces. 24 ounces technology can take out any certified. Look at the money they save at the end of the day. Projector, $100 is all they're going to need. You don't need anything more than that. You go lower than that if you want. You spend $50 for a projector. It doesn't make a difference. It's still going to read off our technology. The surface, you can make it out of cardboard, tablecloth. Heck, you can use an old piece of dirty wood laying against the side of your house. No complicated instructions, no light roll, mid roll, this roll, that roll, spread it around to get the surface wet. None of that bull crap. Paint it and you're finished. That's it. That's what customers want. They want something that's not going to have to spend a lot of money to invest into it to get it to work. They don't want to turn their environments into dark environments. They want options. I can have my lights on, I can have them off. I have options. I don't have to spend a lot of money for expensive projectors, not required. And the benefits of our black technology is that if you have a motorized projection screen, you can expand your screen size because the borders are not needed because the technology is black. If you want to do 235.1, you don't have to worry about going over to Silver Ticket and buying curtains to run across your screen because you have this gray line going across your screen because, again, black border, gray screen, and then, yeah, it's going to look kind of tacky. Our technology, paint the entire thing to the wall if you want, and you could change up any projector size you want, and the border will always be there. And the others say that we work outside. No, they don't work outside. The problem you have is there's not enough demonstrations. We have the most demonstrations. If you want, there's a challenge attached to it. Go to our Crystalwick site. Go straight to the bottom. You'll see this huge, massive grid. It is one of the biggest displays on indoor and outdoors. And how do our customers feel about our technology? There are demonstrations of our customers right displayed on our page. Customers outside watching movies, sports, whatever they want, without being trapped in the dark because they have no choice. So again, if you look at the setup that some people are saying when they say save your hundreds, you can't save money for other people if you can't save money yourself. So we cover everything. When I go to a forum site, I can go anywhere I want. Okay, I'm going to basically pop over. I'm going to do one little short video for the certifies because, again, we got a lot of talk on that one yesterday. We had a few people come up and ask us about our technology versus certified screens. We showed them tons of demonstrations. Probably going to do a live reel over there. I'll do a live over there. Go to my Facebook channel and do a live since we got this all set up anyway.
Introducing the incredible new foot-long sidekick. Get one at Subway today.
Yeah. That's why you never hear me saying, I said, the certified screens, oh, they're scams, they don't work. No, they work. They work perfectly fine. They do. They work perfectly fine. We don't do that at the end of the day. But for products I've seen already that we have tested, yeah, that stuff is trash because we tested it already. We've had it here. It doesn't work. Ones that we couldn't been able to get our hands on because they did cancel their orders, that's bad right there from the door. If we request for your stuff, especially if you're talking trash and we request for your stuff and we got canceled orders on you, that's not good at all. Every forum site that I pop in, we post those canceled orders. Because again, you know, you got to be to back your stuff up. You have to. You can't get on camera and lie about range gain and all that stuff and, you know, products that match in house paint, you got to be honest and upfront with your customers. It would be easy for me to come up here and say, okay, yeah, our stuff takes on a direct hit from sunlight. You don't see any videos on it. We can overpower certifies, no videos on it. Stuff like, you can't do stuff like that. You have to back up everything that you say. We have it down that our product operates on a projector of 1,000 lumens, but technically we can use 50 if we want, because I'm using 50 right now. So before you go out and buy screen paint product, make sure that the person can back it up, make sure it's tested, make sure you can ship back the product. Make sure you can ship back the product and ask them, hey, look, when I ship this product back, are you willing to do a YouTube live stream so I can see you displaying the product on what I complained about? Ask for gray versus gray demonstrations. It's extremely important because you want to make sure you know you're getting what you paid for. And if they're showing up contrast levels, request that all lights be on when they're doing contrast demonstrations. And if they're constantly using ultra short throws in their demonstrations, request them not to use ultra short throws, use long throws. Because an ultra short throw is another way of cheating when you do demonstrations. That's why you don't see them use this all the time. Every time we use ultra short throws, we got to show you the screen has to be ultra short throw compatible. What's the difference between ultra short throw and certified? Stuff like that. We don't use them as our main projectors. It's a cheap projector. Oh. Beta fish, black background.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's why I'm not a big fan of using ultra short throws in all my demonstrations like that. All right, well, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even have this to begin with. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed watching our tablecloth, cheap, old, outdated projector. I think this projector came out in 2002 or something like that. And showing you how you're going to be saving not hundreds, but thousands of dollars. All right, gotta go. Thank you for your time, and God bless. If you're interested in our amazing technologies, we have our gunmetal Imperial, which you got to see, that stuff is absolutely incredible. We have our FLE new technology products available on our website. Free worldwide shipping anywhere in the world. No surcharges, no hidden fees. Free shipping. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.